Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently preaching a word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to all the sincere believers. Now, this lesson is going to be based on Storm Leonardo that hit Spain and Portugal. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and the Lord's will you're edified. It says, Storm Leonardo forces more than 11,000 in Spain and Portugal to evacuate their homes. A man aged about 70 died in Portugal after his car was swept away, and on Friday, police said a second body was found in Malaga. A storm train of consecutive winds and rains battering Spain and Portugal has already forced 11,000 people to flee their homes. A man believed to be 70 died in Portugal's southern Alentejo region on Wednesday after his car was swept away by flood water, local authorities said. And on Friday, police said a body was found not far from where a woman was swept away by a river in Malaga as she tried to rescue her dog. Storm Leonardo struck the Iberian Peninsula on Tuesday, with Spanish state weather agency AEMET warning that another storm, Marta, is on its way. Thousands are now being forced to evacuate amid fears of more flooding. Areas near the Guadalquivir River in Cordoba have been evacuated overnight due to the dramatic rise in water levels. And the regional leader Juan Manuel Moreno told a press conference that they expect 30 millimeters of rainwater on Saturday. He said, in other circumstances, that would be little water, but right now it is a lot as the soil is unable to drain and the rivers and reservoirs are full. Meanwhile, in the mountainous Spanish village of Grazalema, 1,500 residents were evacuated as water seeped through walls. Worse still, the mountains are made of a permeable rock that dissolves if they absorb too much water, potentially leading to their structural collapse. In the Portuguese town of Alcacer do Sal, residents told how they had to flee with nothing but the clothes on their back. I'm left with nothing, one told Reuters, nothing. Portuguese Prime Minister Luis Montenegro said late on Thursday his government had extended a state of calamity in 69 municipalities until mid-February, adding unprecedented rainfall and flood risks threatened several regions. The commander of Portugal's ANEPC Civil Protection Service, Mario Silvestre, said there were 6 rivers at risk of major flooding. The Tagus River Basin was placed on red alert on Thursday due to the abrupt rise in water flow. Yeah, so out there in Spain and Portugal, they're getting hit heavy. 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And when you look up the definition of perilous, it means full of danger or risk. And clearly we are living in some dangerous times with these earthquakes, the fires, the storms and tempests. There was just so much going on. continuously worse. But right now, out there in Spain and in Portugal, they're experiencing danger and hazards via the storms and tempests of the Lord. Of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. And they got hit with a massive storm. And they said that there's another storm on its way. And those people haven't even began to recover from the first storm. So when the men of the Lord said that in these last days, in regards to judgment, the hits were just going to keep coming, this is exactly what they were talking about. Because it's just one thing after another. People don't even have a chance to recover and get their bearings before the Lord just brings more judgment upon them. Isaiah 28:2. Behold, the Lord hath a mighty and strong one, which has a tempest of hail and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing shall cast down to the earth with the hand. And there's a lot of flooding going on out there. You know, and people have gotten swept away in those flood waters and died. You see, the Lord really ain't playing, man. The wrath of the Lord is being poured out upon the earth. And you're always going to have these simple-minded, wicked people that are going to say, oh, that's Mother Nature, even though the scriptures are letting you know that that's the Lord. Psalms 83:14, as the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. Verse 15, so persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. And they are definitely afraid out there. All the flooding, the powerful winds, people have died. Yes, it's not looking good out there. And people are afraid, and rightfully so, because they're experiencing the wrath of the Lord. Psalm 79:6, pour out thy wrath upon the heathen that have not known thee, and upon the kingdoms that have not called upon thy name. And these wicked kingdoms all over the world are having the wrath of the Lord poured out upon them, whether it's fires, whether it's storms and tempests, whether it's earthquakes, whether it's civil wars, whether it's famine. You know, it's just a laundry list of ways that the Lord is pouring out his wrath upon these heathens and upon these kingdoms that have not called upon his name. And it's just going to get worse. You know, there's going to be major devastating earthquakes. There's going to be more volcano eruptions, more powerful destructive storms and tempests that cause flooding. You know, there's going to be more widespread power outages and food shortages and civil wars and riots and just non-stop chaos and violence and death and destruction happening in the world. Because these are the last days. And for all the people, the simple-minded people that are running around without a care in the world, not paying attention, they're going to be the ones that get swept up in these judgments and destroyed. 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. And when you look up the definition of prudent, it means wise. So a wise man, and those of us that are wise are those of us of the hopeful elect, the sincere brothers and sisters, who have been blessed with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures by the Lord. He has given us the ability to foresee the evil and hide ourselves by cleaving unto him, by hiding under his hedge of protection. It says, but the simple pass on and are punished. And that's all the people that trust in the government to keep them safe. That's all the people that think that whatever happens, they can handle it on their own. The simple are the people who don't take anything seriously. They don't watch the news. They're not being circumspect. All they're doing is participating in folly and in wickedness. Those are the people that pass on and get punished because they never even see these judgments coming. It's like that old saying, it's all fun and games till someone gets hurt. It's all fun and games until the Lord starts pouring out his wrath. And a lot of destruction happens and chaos and people start dying. Then all of a sudden everybody wants to get serious. But it's already too late. You done already provoked the Heavenly Father unto wrath. And now you got to receive those sore strokes. Now you got to deal with that wrath of the Lord. And that's exactly what we see taking place. All of this wickedness that these people have been doing, they didn't think that there was going to be a judgment for it or a punishment for it. And now they're experiencing that very punishment and judgment that they didn't think was going to happen. And best believe the punishments are going to get a whole lot worse and a whole lot more frequent out here. But this is what happens when you anger the Lord. When you provoke the Lord unto wrath, you get exactly what you were asking for. And then some. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash, the Wadi Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, for putting his spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are still fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. And shalom to all the sincere believers. I hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up, and Adawan, Ratazah. Till next time, shalom.